Welcome everybody to the Podcast Legend Killers. I am your host, Mr. Eddie Lynch, with your co-host, Mr. Edward Scissorhands, Mr. Eddie Nigma, Mr. Eddie. I'm out of intro.
Eddie don't do technology.
He really doesn't. You should have seen our call time was 8:30. It is currently 9:10. Woohoo! No worries, I'm done messing around. Sort of, because I'll have some jokes along the line of this podcast. Maybe not. We'll see. We just come up with this stuff on the fly. And we have had quite a busy weekend, haven't we?
Oh, yeah, very busy week.
Yep.
My God, a very busy week, actually. My goodness. 3 shows, 2 pay-per-views.
Boy, aren't I glad I came up with this this draft idea just when I did, huh? Fair enough.
You'll see why later.
Let's just say I'm kicking ass. Listen, for those of you that want to see our back and forth continue and go on even further, please help us out, help this fan base grow. Yeah, I mean, okay, we have the shirt, we plugged it before. $25, you get your very own Podcast Legend Killers t-shirt. Send us a PayPal donation to eJose98. That's to support me and Eddie. Now, for just $1 alone, you get your own nickname and a shout out on the show. Your own nickname of your choosing, by the way. Like I said, I'm not gonna choose it for you. I'd probably mess it up. I'll be honest with you. My name is Eddie Lynch, and you think Eddie does any better? His last name is Eddie Nigma. I'm just saying. Out of all the names, you're not getting anything original. But you guys, you pick your own name. You'll say it on the show, and the world gets to know your creativity. So yeah, just $1 alone. PayPal donation to eJose98. Last plug. In 3 weeks from now, we are having our very own Twitch. And we are going to be talking about generally everything else that includes wrestling. We're not...
And I have so much to talk about. Oh.
Yep. That he does. I'm not prepared for it. I'm sorry. Strange thing about the Johnsons. That's the only thing I know that we're going to talk about. Have you seen the movie yet?
Which one?
The Strange Thing About the Johnsons?
I have not. I'm sorry. Blame my job. I'm sorry.
Oh, dude, watch it tonight then. Watch it tonight. I will send you the link and everything. Make sure. Oh,
you already did. I got it.
Alright. But yeah, you're going to be mad at me. I'm just letting you know that right now.
No. I already am.
Let's get into the week. Alright. So, you know what I've noticed, right? I feel like most of our predictions have come true, both of us. You know, we don't think very differently. In fact, we tend to think alike most times. And on the very few things that we do disagree with, you know, I find that most of the time it's probably you who gets the better of the prediction. I think. Mm-hmm.
Why do you say that? I'm interested.
Well, I say that because I've noticed that some of the things I predicted that are different from yours tends to be like the actual outcome that happens. You know what I mean? But alright, let's get into it, and I'm going to explain why. So let's talk about NXT TakeOver. Alright. This one, I don't remember us talking about this match, Finn Balor versus Timothy Thatcher.
No, I think you mentioned it briefly in some text messages, but we didn't really get into it. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I've seen it, so we can do that.
Yeah, okay. So, given that we didn't have a prediction for this match, I'll say this. The match was pretty good, pretty decent. It wasn't like Finn Balor's best match, not by a long shot. You know,
Right.
it was fun to watch for an opener, but like nothing I would be like, clamoring about. I would say that of all the Finn Balor matches that I've seen since he's gone to NXT, I think my favorite Finn match would probably be the triple threat with him, Keith Lee, and Adam Cole.
Him, Adam Cole, and who?
Keith Lee. That was the that, or
I
maybe
haven't
it
seen
wasn't.
that one.
Maybe it wasn't Adam Cole, but I know there was a match. Right, there was a match where Finn Balor is about to set up for the shotgun drop kick, and then Keith Lee pops up out the corner, and Finn Balor is just scared shitless. That's
As he should be with a man that size.
yeah. That's a match I enjoyed. Him versus Damian Priest, also really good match. So
I have not seen that one either. I'm
that
missing
one's
out.
at NXT Takeover in Your House. So definitely watch that one.
That was like a couple of months ago, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
At least, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good one. So yeah, this match, I don't know, not my cup of tea, but it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, for me, I think it was a decent opener
Yeah.
to start a show. Yeah. And I think Finn Balor did a good job not only putting himself over, but also Timothy Thatcher. I thought it was a fun match to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, nothing mind-blowing, but
Mm-hmm.
a decent opener.
Yeah, something
I
to get
get
us
that.
entertained.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. What are your thoughts on the match?
I thought it was cool to watch. Like, I love Finn Balor. I'm new to Timothy Thatcher, not gonna lie, but for a Finn Balor match, I thought it was fun. Like you said, it wasn't one of his greatest. It by far wasn't one of his worst. It was just a fun match. So
Mm-hmm.
I usually rank out of 10, right?
Yes.
I give it a 4.5 out of 10.
That is... I will never, for the life of me, understand your rating system. That's a 40%.
Why do you think they call me Enemy Enigma?
That's an F minus. And I don't even know that a grade exists.
Okay, out of 5 stars, I give it a 3.
I don't even care about your rating system no more. It's bullshit regardless. Let's get into it. Okay, what's the next match?
Next we have the triple... No, this was on... Actually, I'm sorry. This was on the pre-show. The triple threat tag team match.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes. With Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Breezango and Del Taco de Phantasm. I'm trying to one-up you from last week. Because you had some classics. I'm sorry.
Man.
But I actually did watch the match. It was a really fun match to watch. It really was. So, I don't want to spoil anything just yet. I'm pretty sure we'll get into that later. But as far as Breezango goes, yeah, it was a fun match to watch.
Okay.
Even though, they actually won that match. So, what happened tonight on NXT makes a lot of sense. It really does. Yeah.
Okay, see, I missed this match myself. I was at work. But I am happy that Breezango won. Not because they're, that's an easy 5 points for me, but because, quite frankly, they've earned it. They, from what I understand, since their call-up to NXT, I guess you can consider it a call-up. Might as well, they're doing better there than the main roster. But, since their call-up to NXT, they have been less than stellar. And I know that they've been on something of a losing streak. My way of keeping up with NXT, but I think that this was good for them. They definitely have earned it, and for what happened this week of NXT, yeah, definitely. We'll say. All right.
We will. I hope this keeps going for them, though. They really deserve it.
Yeah. All right. What's the next segment? Or match? Sorry about that.
This was the North American Championship 5-man ladder match.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was a good
Between Dream, Grimes, Bronson Reed, Gargano, and Damian Priest.
Okay. Now, earlier I had mentioned that you and I both make predictions, and typically when you and I defer, usually your predictions seem a little bit more accurate than mine. This is one of those examples. You predicted that Damian Priest was going to win. I predicted Johnny Gargano was going to win. And
which is funny because you have Priest, I have Gargano when it comes to the points.
Yep. And so it's a very interesting it's a very interesting way of like how do I put it? I thought for sure I was gonna lose points on this match. I honestly did. I just didn't. I don't know enough about Damian Priest. I'll be honest. I picked him based off of the chance. I like his look. I like what I've seen from him, but I don't know enough about him. I don't know how well he's been booked. So quite frankly, it did catch me off guard, and I know that Johnny Gargano is the heart and soul of NXT, and I know that he's a very reliable guy on the team, so to speak. You know, you want an impassioned promo, he can cut an impassioned promo. You want a good baby face, he's a good baby face. You want a good heel, he's a good heel. And so that's why I thought, okay, they're going to give it to, you know, a guy that can do all of that. I don't know enough about Damian Priest. Maybe he can. That just means I need to check out more of his stuff.
Right.
However, I do like that they gave it to him. It breathes new life, gives new blood a chance here, and I'm fine with that. You know, and I think, Eddie, you're spot on for predicting it. Personally, I thought to myself, like, okay, well, like Johnny Gargano, if I'm being honest, I mean, there's not really much for him to do at NXT at this point anymore.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I'll get into this once you're done, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, the way I see Johnny Gargano is almost like the way Sami Zayn was treated when he was back in NXT.
Yeah.
Type of deal.
Mm.
It's like you have this great talent, but you're not really giving them what they deserve, but they still deliver each and every time, no matter what situation you put them in.
Yeah.
So that's why I had a feeling, even though Gargano's on my list,
but you know,
that he wasn't going to get it, but I knew he was going to help make the match that much better.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
It was a good match to watch. It really was. And I'm glad Damian Priest won it because, like you said, it's fresh. It's new. So I don't know much about the guy at all. I think you got lucky with a shot in the dark with that pick. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, see, you know, like, okay, going back to what you were making your comment about Sami, I see him almost as a little bit of an upgrade. Not in terms of talent.
Right.
Because believe me, the two are just completely incomparable. They're both amazing in their own right. But in terms of how well they were treated, I would say that Gargano's treated a little bit better than Sami was. Because
I agree.
At least with,
I agree.
You know, Sami, he was always put as the chaser, whereas Gargano has had every single bit of that. He's been the chaser. He's been the champion. He's been the top face. He's been the top heel. You know, Sami, we've only seen him have one role in NXT. Quite frankly, and yeah, he was NXT champion, but for a cup of coffee after he got injured and then called up to the main roster.
Right.
You know? So I see what you're saying. I think I see him more as an extension of how they treated Sami.
The thing is, Gargano, I think, doesn't need the NXT championship, and he should have caught up to the main roster. But then again, I feel like if he gets caught up to the main roster, that's going to be his death sentence. So NXT is the best place for him to be.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just, it's that weird limbo.
Yeah.
Because we want him to be champion, but we know he doesn't need to be champion. Just keep killing it, Gargano. That's all I can say. Yeah, I would love to see him as the champion again. Most definitely.
I wonder what you do with him at this point.
At this point, I mean, shit. he's one of the OGs of the NXT at this point, you know. So I mean,
Have him put over people, or
yeah, I mean, yes, but at the same time, keep his career elevated. You know, you can do that. You know.
Well, do you feel like you can? I mean, I feel like anybody's shelf life in NXT can only stay up to like a certain platform, like a certain pedestal for so long, and then they hit a plateau. Like you can only go so far. You know what I mean? And that's only because, like, NXT for one doesn't have nearly as many views, as many eyes on the product, or as much familiarity as the main roster does.
True, and I just thought of something. Let's just treat NXT as its very own entity. Let's get Raw and SmackDown out of the equation. If that's the case, they have a lot of room to work with. Gargano can have a few more title reigns in him. It's just all about how they book these guys and how they use them. But they have to be very careful because there are a lot of talent I've noticed that has it and the fans are behind them, but it's the company itself that lacks in pushing them the right way, where people just start to lose interest because they already know, oh, he's going to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy or this girl, they're cool, but I already know they're going to lose. And that's just the way I see Gargano going. But even so, he'll still be Gargano, but he will be elevating other people. But I think there's a way to elevate him and other people at the same time. He can lose or even win and have a big win, but that person that he lost to could be elevated even higher. You know, it just depends on who you book him with.
Yeah.
Just the right booking. You just have to use them right. And I hope they don't waste the talent. I hope he stays on NXT, honestly, because if he goes to the main roster, he's just going to get buried.
Yeah.
He is.
And I mean,
there's too much there. There's just too much there right now, and he's going to end up getting buried.
And I mean, there's so many people on the main roster. Like, even with the mass firing that WWE had, there's still so many people, so many programs. It's really hard to really find your place there, you know?
It is. But I think certain superstars have. Like, look at Finn Balor, who went back to NXT. Look at Breezango, who went back to NXT. You know, like, I think they feel like that was their place. And it is their place. They're shining, you know? On the main roster, no.
Right.
Like,
and that's my point. I'm talking about specifically just the main roster, not about NXT.
No, I mean, for the main roster, it's hard. For NXT, I can see why people wanted to go back. And it's working for them. They're doing a lot better than they would be on the main roster right now, to be honest with you. We wouldn't even be seeing Breezango on television if they were still on Raw and SmackDown.
You're right.
With everything going.
You're right.
You know, so
they'd be on milk cartons.
Yeah, I think it's a good call for him. I kind of wish EC3 would have stayed and went back. I think he's a great talent. And I think WWE, they dropped the ball on something like that. And even Rusev, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot they dropped the ball on.
Rusev, Chad Gable.
Yeah. Well, at least Chad's still with the company.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones that aren't with the company anymore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know, that they dropped the ball on. And it's just sad. I just wish, you know, they would have put EC3 back in NXT.
Yeah.
I think he would shine there right now, especially with Karrion Kross being injured, Keith Lee being called up. Honestly, I think Keith Lee's about to get buried. I hope not. I really hope not. But after a couple years, I see them starting to dig that grave. You know,
it might be sooner than you think. We'll get to that. Though.
You mentioned that earlier. Yeah.
Did you see it, by the way? You see what I was talking about?
I saw the clip, so I do have an idea of what you're talking about.
Okay. We'll get to it.
Yes.
But okay, so next match.
Oh. That would be Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee.
Yes. I enjoyed it.
You know what? I really did like this match for a wrestler versus, I guess, celebrity type of match.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of fun.
I did not expect it to be as competitive.
No, dude, Pat.
He brought it.
I hope he sticks around.
Yeah.
In kind of that heel celebrity type of role. You know, he had it in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Adam helped him out a lot too. He looked real good. I'm glad he won. I think I predicted he would win, but
yeah.
It was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Speak your thoughts. I've been talking a lot. Go ahead and speak first, and then I'll give my thoughts.
What, on Pat and Adam?
Mm-hmm.
I think they should end the feud where it is. That was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Adam got over. I think Pat got over. I think Pat would be good joining the commentary team because I think he's just like a backstage interviewer type of deal guy. And just, feud with a few other superstars, help elevate them, and then they can help elevate him. He's like a better wrestling qualifier Michael Cole, I guess you could say. So I think future matches with him will be a lot of fun. And Adam should move on back to the NXT title picture. He's another one I'm afraid of being called up because I think they might waste his talent, but we'll see. But all in all, both did what they were supposed to do. I enjoyed it. Adam should move on back to the heavyweight title scene, especially now that it's so fresh with Keith Lee and Karrion Kross out. So, yeah. Stop yawning. It's contagious. Even through the net.
I'm sorry. Okay. No, alright, so I'll say the same thing. I agree with you on everything. Pat, he brought it. I love the build to this match. I love that they brought realism into it. They had it stem from a talk show, right, that had the whole world buzzing about it. Personally, for me, my whole theory was, and I talked about this with my podcast with John a couple weeks back, maybe 2-3 weeks back. I don't know how long it was. Anyway, we talked about it, right? And I said to myself, I think what it was that it's to get people off of the criticism of Adam Cole's size, because during that time, everybody was talking about Adam Cole coming to the main roster, and many people went on their podcast and they were talking about Adam Cole's size, about how that might be a detriment to his time on the main roster. Names including, but not limited to, Jim Cornette. Names including, but not limited to, Solid Monster. Now, this isn't to say that they were burying him or they were verbally attacking him. They're just saying that his size might serve as a detriment to
him getting called up.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, I do understand that point of view, and I think that maybe this is what I thought at the time. Adam Cole had heard this and he thought, okay, let's stage something with Pat McAfee. We got something going on. Boom. You bring up the size. He clearly shows he's a tough guy. Fuck you, Pat. Breaks a couple cameras, pushes a guy, that type of thing. And then over and done because people see, oh, well, fuck. Size doesn't matter. He's obviously a dude who would kick your ass. That's what I thought. However, this served as a match against Pat McAfee. Now, at first I wasn't excited by it, but Pat McAfee proved me wrong. And boy, did he prove me wrong. Okay, so I saw him on commentary, and he was pretty good at just being annoying, a complete dipshit of a character. People got so up in arms about the fact that he punted Adam Cole, and I'm like, well, I mean, it wouldn't be much of it wouldn't serve much heel heat if Adam Cole came out on top, and I think it made sense, you know what I mean? I'm okay with that. But then it didn't end there. Pat McAfee, he cuts this promo, right, on Adam Cole with his boys in the back, and then Adam Cole has Undisputed Era in the back, and he's just cutting this really ridiculously good promo for a man who, quite frankly, is an outsider to the wrestling business. But he grew up watching wrestling. You could tell it because of the way he's just healing it up, telling him, dude, you're gonna be an embarrassment. You're gonna have to explain to the wrestling community how you lost to an outsider and how all of these good things. Damn, good of a promo. Good promo. All right, but it doesn't end there. It does not end there. Because now, we talked about this, Adam Cole confronts him and he says, I'm going to make you my bitch this Sunday. It's all you needed from Adam Cole, by the way.
Right.
Now we're going to fast forward to the match. Dude, this match was something else. I was enjoying it beyond belief. I was entertained. I felt like I was watching Pokemon watching this shit. They went, like, just beyond belief fun. Pat McAfee's athleticism was fun. I can't say enough good things about this match. You know, and of course, Adam Cole, he's a natural. Of course, he's gonna make Pat McAfee look good.
Exactly.
So, you know, like, it was a damn good match. I was wrong too. I was glad I was proven wrong because at the end, right, I had predicted that Adam Cole was gonna win by a super kick, which I don't think a lot of people thought he was going to take a Panama Sunrise. A lot of people even said he was going to lose by super kick.
Right. But he sold the hell out of that Panama Sunrise, too.
Yeah.
So, big ups to Pat.
Yeah. And
I can't wait to hear you say this about Dolph Ziggler. Oh, we're going to have that show. We're going to have that show.
Well, when it happens, I will. So, there you go.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
Okay. I mean, I have praised him before. I have said that he has good matches. I'm just talking character-wise. Nothing! But anyway. Alright. What was I saying? Anyway, damn good match. Enjoyed it. By the way, I will agree with Eddie that he should be a commentary guy. Because, I don't know if you saw this, Eddie, but there was an episode of SmackDown, I don't know if you've heard of it, but like when everybody was coming back from Saudi Arabia, their flight got delayed. It was a whole big controversy. And
was this more recent?
Yes. It was very recent. The Fiend had won the Universal title, and the NXT Triple H basically booked an episode where NXT invaded SmackDown.
Okay, I think I remember hearing about this, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
There was Daniel Bryan versus Adam Cole as the main event on SmackDown.
I did not see this. Whoa, are you serious?
Yep. You have to watch this. This was... And not just this match, this episode in general, really good episode. Really good episode. And...
Was this around Survivor Series time last year? Or...
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, like, it was perfect timing, you know? And at this point, I had just learned about who Keith Lee was, because I saw him hit a moonsault on Sami Zayn. I thought that was really cool. Yeah. And so, I personally like that episode. That'll hold a special place in my heart. That should have been the SmackDown I had attended. I spent $200 for. I should have attended that SmackDown instead of the SmackDown 20, the anniversary SmackDown. I'm not letting that go. I'm mad. Quite frankly.
Tell us how you really feel.
$200 for a 9-second match.
I'm sorry. I watched it for free at home.
Fuck you.
Front row seats, baby. Me and that 55-inch screen TV right there. Yes.
Fuck you, Eddie.
I'm sorry.
Man, I was mad. It still hurts. Oh yeah, it still hurts to this day.
Well,
to this day.
Fingers crossed we can go to WrestleMania next year.
Why? So I can spend $400 For a 5-second match, I'm good.
Hey, if it works out in my favor for points, I'm all for it. $400 well spent.
$400 and I get the points. And it's still 5 seconds.
There's gonna be a riot. $400 and you get the points, there will be a riot.
We're gonna be fighting if you get the points.
We're gonna have WrestleMania like 2.0 in the stands, I know.
You better hope we're watching it through the Thunderdome. But
I will not watch through the Thunderdome. I'm sorry.
I'll give my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
But okay, okay. We're trailing off a lot. Look, all I'm trying to say is Pat McAfee should be a commentary guy. I mean, he commentated with Renee Young and Tom Phillips on the main event of SmackDown that one time with Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole. If you were to tell me, just like months before that match happened, that they would be an amazing commentary team, I wouldn't believe you. Because I'm a fan of Renee Young. I don't really care much. Yeah, I don't care much for I don't care much for Tom Phillips, and I didn't even know who the fuck Pat McAfee was. But
same here.
But all three of them together had such amazing chemistry that night. It just proved to me how much commentary actually does matter to a match.
Look at JR and the King and how much they brought to all those matches back in their era.
Yeah.
Dude, it means a lot.
Yeah, I cannot believe I've never realized this until I saw that Pat McAfee, Renee Young, and Tom Phillips commentary. That was just, dude, they could have called that whole SmackDown, quite frankly. It just that made the show feel so fresh, so fun, so, you know what I mean, so fresh, like I said, for lack of a better word. And quite frankly, like, Adam Cole was made a star that night. You know? But anyway, let's get into this. Saying our final piece, Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee, great match.
Great match.
I wouldn't mind seeing Pat McAfee wrestle again. You know, but
I wouldn't either. Like I said, put Pat McAfee on the NXT commentary team.
Mm-hmm.
You can use him as a heel commentary. I think he'd be great, and you can use him in future angles with matches. And it'd be entertaining to watch. He's not bad in the ring.
Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all.
I might even draft him.
Nah, I wouldn't be that dumb. But anyway, all right, let's get into the next match. What do we got?
The next one was Dakota Kai versus Io Shirai.
All right, another match I got wrong, and I lost 10 points for. Good match.
I don't
Great
think
match.
you got it wrong with Dakota Kai.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a bad night, but I think overall you got a good pick, to be honest with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, see, my whole thinking was, man, I should have drafted her later because I knew I was going to be taking an L, but something just gave me the sense maybe she might win. Maybe. Unfortunately, I was wrong.
Not quite yet, but even I see hope out there. So I don't think it's a bad pick. If I were you, I would not drop her anytime soon. If you do, I'll pick her up for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm thirsty for new picks.
I mean, shit, look what happened with Jeff Hardy. Five points! All mine!
We will not discuss that. Okay? We will not discuss that.
See, this is one of those senses that I had that actually worked out for me. I had a feeling.
I should have just taken the L and just broke even, but no.
Man. But no, that was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. I will say that I don't know, like Io Shirai, is she gonna be another mainstay? Because I feel like she's been on NXT for a while. I could be wrong.
I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure. Maybe a couple of years. I remember Io Shirai from the Mae Young Classic. Either the first or second, or maybe even both. But that's it. And I'll be honest, I only chose her because she's the NXT Women's Champion, so I'm trying to see what's going on. She did beat Charlotte and somebody else, I believe, in a triple threat match for the championship. I think it was Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. Or maybe Charlotte and somebody else.
Yeah.
No, I think it was Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. That's why I want to pick up Rhea Ripley, because I do see her getting that championship again. And with the storyline after I saw tonight, after watching NXT, I see some big things for her. So,
Okay. For sure.
but not only her, others as well. So,
We got our eyes on the talent, ladies and gentlemen.
I do.
But yeah. Alright. Okay. So, did we have any other thoughts on this match?
I didn't. I thought it was a fun match to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Both did what they needed to do. I think Dakota's still a contender, so I don't think anyone walked away looking bad in this match.
That's good. Yeah, I'll say the same. Alright. Is
Main
this the main event
time. Main event time.
All right, so we have a lot to say on this one. I'll be honest. Oh goddamn. Okay, I ate too much for dinner. I'm gonna lay down a little bit. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is the.
Oh God, here comes Sleepy Eddie again.
I'm not
Oh,
sleepy.
shit.
I'm not sleepy. It's just I ate a little too much today, and quite frankly, my
A man
stomach-
has the itis. He has the itis, folks.
What is the itis?
That's what happens when you eat good food. You get tired.
Oh yeah, the food coma as they call it.
Pretty much.
But yeah, But I'm not sleepy. It's just my stomach is way too full right now. All right, listen to me.
Hell, send me a plate. Shit. All I had was pizza rolls earlier.
I had pizza. Yeah. Whew. Don't overeat, kids. Just don't do it. Learn your
Please don't.
boundaries.
Please don't. I mean, while you're young, maybe, but when you get older, no.
I used to be a
don't.
large in shirts, and I'm a 2X.
I used to be an XS, people, extra small, in my 20s. Now I'm a large.
Exactly. Watch yourselves, people. Watch yourselves. But okay. What's it called? Okay, so this match. I like this match. I thought it was a good back and forth, great back and forth, honestly. Like for a Keith Lee swan song, I thought it was good. This is another one where like we disagreed, but this time I got it right. You know?
Yeah, I did predict Keith Lee, right? And you predicted Tyrion?
Yeah. And see, my whole thinking was like, well, I mean, I don't know, like, but typically people who have won the NXT title don't hold it for very long, with the exceptions of a few.
Right.
A few being Adrian Neville, Finn Balor,
Adam
Cole, maybe Bobby Roode. I don't remember, if I'm being honest. But then there are people who haven't held the title for very long. So, yeah. And Keith Lee, I imagined that he wasn't going to do much because, quite frankly, before this pandemic, he was kind of over. He had a big segment with Brock Lesnar, and quite frankly blew the roof off the place. He had a big moment in Survivor Series, blew the roof off of the place, and had it like a final square off with Roman Reigns. Both of them as
Yeah.
survivors.
I think he had a decent moment in the Royal Rumble too. Like,
Yeah,
I
that
know
was
he
with
didn't
Brock
win,
Lesnar.
but yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you bask in the man's glory, and it's like, you know, it's very glorious. But yeah.
I didn't see that coming. I thought you might hold on to it for a little bit longer, but
But yeah.
I guess he got the curse of being called up to the main roster.
Yeah.
But I think if you look at it, it didn't work out for either of them. One got called up, the other one got injured. So
And that's sad, you know. Karrion Kross, he's a man who shows a lot of potential. You know, I used to joke that when I would see this man's picture, I saw him with some shades, and I thought, man, this is a white version of Montez Ford. Jokingly would say that because I've only seen his face, and he looked like Montez Ford. But what's it called? Like, I see this man's look, and I see the entrance that he had, and I see just the facial expressions on him, and it's like, this dude has the makings to be a star, and it's a shame that he got injured. You know?
did you ever watch him when he was in Impact?
I did not.
Okay, same here. So
I didn't have the fortunateness to see him. That's what I'm saying. When he was rumored to be in NXT, I jokingly called him the White Montez Ford because I didn't know much about him. Yeah, but yeah. But it's a shame because these two had a damn good match, and it's like my whole thing is this, right? Keith Lee lost the match cleanly, and that's fine. That's fine that he lost it. But Karrion Kross is injured, and look, for as much as it sucks that, you know, you don't plan for these things to happen. So for as much as it sucks that he got injured, and maybe it throws your plans out of whack, the man got injured on Saturday. It's now Wednesday. That means you had 5 days to plan this. Right? If I'm doing my math right. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 5 days. You had to plan this out and get your shit together. You know? And if the decision was that Karrion Kross is injured and couldn't do it, just keep Keith Lee as the mainstay. You know, have him hunt for the title again. You know? And look, I'm not going to complain about what we're getting next week, by the way, because I'll be honest, I'm very interested in a Fatal 4-Way Iron Man match. We'll get to that. But, you know, that felt so last minute that, you know, like, it just feels like a throw together match that maybe could have been, like, capitalized on in a different way. You know, so, I don't know. I think, for Triple H's part, he probably could have kept Keith Lee in NXT just for the sake of this whole injury angle, or not angle, sorry, just for the sake of his whole injury, and they need a guy.
right.
You know, but it's fine. It's fine. But that doesn't take away from the match. The match was a very good one. They had a lot of nasty spots, a lot of back and forth. So, I don't know. It was exactly what it should have been, I think. It was amazing.
I agree. Yeah, I enjoyed the match.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with it. I can see where he got injured. You know, after reading up on it, I can see the spot where, yeah, he did get injured, but finished it out. I honestly wish he wouldn't have been injured, but, you know, we'll see what happens. But, like, we get this amazing match next week, which should be interesting. We've never had a Fatal 4-Way 60-minute Iron Man match. And then everyone involved in the match is pretty fucking talented, so we should be in for a treat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in that. So,
And it's a 2-on-2 for both of us in this match too.
yeah.
Yeah, so this should be fun. This should be fun.
Alrighty. So, okay, so NXT TakeOver as a whole, good match. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your thoughts on the match?
On the match, yeah, I thought it was everything it should be. I thought it was good. I didn't hate it.
I'm sorry, I didn't give you the time to talk.
It's okay.
Nah, go ahead, speak. You're my co-host.
No, it's okay. No, that's pretty much it. Like, I thought the match was good. It was really good. Both impressed. They delivered what I expected, pretty much, you know? So, I guess on my whack-ass rating system, I give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay, that works. That's a B.
Yes.
But, yeah.
It's not the best TakeOver main event I have seen, but it's also not the worst. It was good. Oh, there he is.
I'm not
Sleepy Ed's
sleeping.
here, y'all. Sleepy Ed's here.
All right. Oh, trust me. Last time we were podcasting, you were all about it. You enjoyed it.
It was.
Yeah.
Because of the Pepto-Bismol, Lactasmic, whatever.
If I said that, that's freaking genius. It's funny because I came up with a few at work, but I don't have anymore. Damn, I lost.
See, last time you were on the fly, that was perfect.
Yeah. I'll come up with a few later. I felt like Chris Jericho, quite frankly. He's very
pretty much.
He's very creative with that. I mean, calling Bill Goldberg Goldfinger, Gold Shower, Gold this, Gold that, it was fun.
WCW Jericho's the best.
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's okay, SummerSlam. Let's talk a little bit about.
Not much left, folks. Not much left.
All right, let's talk a little bit about SummerSlam. What matches did you see, Eddie?
I only saw the first two. I'll be honest with you.
What were the first two?
Bayley versus Asuka, and then the tag team title match with Andrade and Garza versus the Street Profits.
Okay, let's talk about that for a little bit. All right, what did you think of those two?
Bayley versus Asuka was kind of basic. But I think it was more of a storytelling type of match, so I think it served its purpose, you know, for Asuka. So I didn't hate it. I give it a 5 out of 10. Garza and Andrade versus the Street Profits, I thought was a really good match. Really, really good match. Really entertaining. Good storytelling. I give that an 8 out of 10. I kind of hope it continues, to be honest with you. I think there's more to be told. I just do.
Okay. Okay, so Bayley versus Asuka. Yeah, I'm with you on that. It was a basic match. I'm sleeping in my jeans.
Here comes the blankets. Here comes the blankets, you guys. It's done.
There you go. I bet you've never seen someone go to sleep in their jeans.
We're not getting through SummerSlam. Well, they almost saw my titties earlier. And she told me to put a shirt on, so.
Now, trust me, I will get up in a bit. It's just I need time for my stomach to settle. But no. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. I made coffee and totally forgot about it. Okay, keep going. I'll grab it in a sec.
Alright. Sorry. Okay, so while Eddie is grabbing his coffee, I will say this. This was a good storytelling match. It wasn't NXT TakeOver Dallas because, quite frankly, that match was better than the Royal Rumble match, or I'm sorry, their SummerSlam match. And by no means is it either of their best matches. Quite frankly, especially on the main roster, because I'll take Asuka's matches with Emma over her main roster matches with Bayley any day. So okay, all right. I'm not trying to rag on this match. I'm just saying, like, it just didn't blow me away. There wasn't anything about this match that blew me away. That in the way that it could have. And I get it. Bayley's a heel, so maybe she doesn't have to work amazing. She doesn't have to have amazing matches.
Bullshit.
Even though
I see your point, but bullshit. I see your point, but bullshit.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, she should at least have a few matches that are like, oh my god, I think there are some matches that it's okay if she has a spectacular match, even if her work makes her come off like a babyface.
And why do you think I praise Charlotte? At least Charlotte will give us that.
I mean, I praise Charlotte too, but not for the same reason. Okay, yeah, she has great matches, and I enjoy her matches. No, don't get me wrong. But there are a few Charlotte matches.
Let me ask you this. I'll ask you this. How many more memorable matches do you have in your head between Charlotte or Bayley?
Depends on where we're looking at it from.
At the whole spectrum, between NXT, their time on the main roster, between Charlotte and Bayley, who had the most memorable matches?
Well, the thing is, that's a bit of a tricky question to ask, because they just started putting the machine behind Bayley, where Charlotte has had the machine behind her the whole time. You know what I mean? So, and in that case, like, okay, they've given Charlotte more chances. Now, just listen to me for a bit. They've given Charlotte more chances than they have Bayley. All right? However, so in that respect, I'll remember more of Charlotte's moments, and maybe the casual fan will. But in terms of what has had a bigger impact on me, what I remember more to be more memorable matches, the quality of matches which have had better matches and stuff, I'll take Bayley. Because I can't, I'm sorry, but a lot of people, myself included, like, we all loved her match with Sasha at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Right?
Well, I think Bayley's best matches were in NXT. I think after that.
Yes, but I
remember that one. Her best matches were in NXT. On the main roster, I can't name you one match that I can say blew me away that Bayley was involved in.
Yeah, and see, the thing is like, they haven't been giving Bayley.
Even with her recent push, I can't think of a match that blew me away.
Well, that's because she's a heel now.
That doesn't make a difference. Sometimes becoming a heel makes your career a lot better.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, now that she's a heel, she doesn't have to work spectacularly. She can work look at Randy Orton. He can have, if he really wanted to, he can have the best damn match of his life. But he doesn't, because he's a heel. It might sound like bullshit, and it is. I agree with you, but that's just the WWE's mentality.
It just makes me think of Macho Man Randy Savage. May he rest in peace. Let's go back to the 80s when he was a heel.
Mm-hmm.
He was putting on the best matches over anyone, even Hulk Hogan at the time.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest matches touted of all time was Macho Man versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, in which Macho Man was a heel. The Dragon was a big baby face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's no excuse.
No,
you can be
I'm with you.
And still put on stellar matches. Let's go to Shawn Michaels. He was a heel and put on some of the best matches of all time as a heel. Let's go to Chris Jericho. He was a heel and put on some of the best matches of all time. So to me, that's no excuse. That sounds like, to me, it's like, oh, I'm a heel, so I can be lazy type of deal. That's just it. Bayley was good when she was in NXT. When she called up, she was still okay. But now that she's a heel, she's kind of boring because she's still the same old Bayley we're used to, but now she's a heel. And on your logic, she's a heel, so she can get away with being lazy, but that's not the truth. And to me, a great heel, you're a good heel, and you're also good in the ring. Like, that's just taking it back. I'm
right,
sorry.
but Eddie...
That's an excuse. Oh, hold on. Coffee's ready.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Keep talking.
Okay. So, alright. To give my explanation as to why this is... Eddie, can you still hear me, or... Fuck, I want him here to hear all this, but... Okay, so basically what I'm trying to explain that Eddie might not understand is that, what I want to explain is that Eddie might not understand is that, like, this isn't my logic, quite frankly. This isn't even Bayley's logic, like, this is more of WWE's bullshit way of thinking. And that I think that what goes on, which is why Bayley doesn't have these great matches that she could have, is that Vince might be like, okay, you are not supposed to be having these amazing matches. You are supposed to be working like a heel. You don't want them to cheer you. You want them to boo you. That whole deal. And if you have these amazing matches that blow away the crowd, then you're gonna get cheered. Like, that's what I think is going on. I don't know if it is, and that's all I'm trying to explain. That
no, I see what you're saying.
No,
I understand. No, I understand what you're saying, but that's no excuse.
I agree with you.
Another example I can pull up is Mr. Perfect. He was an amazing heel. Also, an amazing in-ring performer. So even as a heel, like, dude, no, that's no excuse. You can still be a heel and still be good in the ring. Mind you, you might be cheap with these cheap, dirty tactics or whatever, and you might have to put people over. It doesn't mean you have to have a subpar match. It's no excuse to me. I'm sorry. I'm too old school. There's too many old school wrestlers that were in that same position that still gave it, even though they were heels. And even though they may have been slightly jobbers, but they were major heels and they did their job and still put on good matches.
Right.
Bayley is boring. And she's one of my picks, but she is boring. I enjoyed her a lot better in NXT. Now, mind you, do I like heel Bayley? Yes, I do. Because her gimmick before was cheesy, corny, but it worked. I like this Bayley, but I wish she brought more athleticism with it because it would work a lot better. It would work a lot better. She could be the new age female macho man.
I'm with you.
Like, I understand what you're saying, but that's no excuse. I'm sorry. That's just no excuse. To me, that's just resting on your laurels. And like you said, it could be coming down from Vince. It could be. It really could be.
And that's what I think it is.
That's where I agree with you. But still, it's no excuse. It wasn't like that back in the day. Now, I don't know if it's a gender thing. It shouldn't be, as much as we've progressed to this day. But the way I look at it, we're all equal. So it's no excuse. Bayley has the potential to go out there and bring it. We've seen that. She hasn't really been doing that. And I get it. It goes with her character, but I feel like she could still bring a lot more and make it entertaining and still be that good heel. That's just it. She has the potential, but she's not using it.
Okay, now, listen. I'm not saying, like, personally for me, I'm not saying that this is an excuse. I just think that this is more of a directive coming from Vince. I don't think it's a Bayley thing. Because I feel like if Bayley wanted to, she could. You know what I mean? I think she's just not allowed to. I think that's what's going on. Is that she's not allowed to.
If that's honestly the case, that's some straight up bullshit, right?
I don't know. I'm just guessing because
I don't know either. But
otherwise,
if that is the case,
I don't
that's
understand
bullshit.
Why.
Like, why hold someone back that's so talented from doing what they can do?
I mean, dude, you gotta understand. Like, I'm not with it either. But look what they do to Sammy. You know what I mean?
See. Yeah.
When he was managing Shinsuke
Cesaro, and
he wasn't wrestling ever. And even when he was, all he was doing was kicks and punches. And then who else? Who else have they limited before? AJ Styles. He doesn't even get to use that Styles Clash. He has like a 10% success rate with that. He never.
You're right. I haven't seen that in a minute. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They ban a lot of people from a lot of things for a lot of stupid reasons. So I wouldn't be surprised if we found out that Bayley wasn't allowed to have good matches. I mean, shit, they get mad at people like Damian Sandow and Wade Barrett for getting over.
They can't help that, but then again, isn't that their job? I mean, they may want to book you as a heel, but people may love you. Look at what happened to Stone Cold. He was supposed to be a heel. People loved him. Look at The Rock. He was supposed to be a heel. People loved him. You can't control that, so just roll with it, and you'll get something good. It's what the people want at the end of the day. But we
and
know
the same thing happened in 2014. Wade Barrett got over with the whole "I've got some bad news," and then they took it away from him. Why? Because they were mad that he got over with it.
That's where I feel bad for the talent, because they're just doing their job.
Yeah.
And as a company, I would roll with the punches. If your fans are saying, we want this person, go with it. You know?
And that's why I feel like it's not Bayley's fault. I feel like it's more WWE limiting her.
In that case, I will agree with you. But if we take that off the table, and it's not on WWE, then Bayley.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if it's out of her control, it's out of her control, because I know she has the potential to do it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Now, okay, getting back to this match. So listen, it wasn't a technical masterpiece by no means. It wasn't a match that I feel like, okay, one of Bayley's best. But for the storytelling purposes, I'm okay with it because look, it would have made sense if they had this like competitive match, Bayley wins, and then Asuka goes on to have another competitive match and then wins. Like it just, I feel like, you know, storyline wise, it made sense that maybe they held back a little bit so that the real match would be so that the match between Sasha and Bayley, or Sasha and Asuka can...
No, just say it the way you said it. Like you said, the real match. No, that's what Asuka versus Sasha. That was supposed to be the real match, you know. Bayley and Asuka was supposed to be the storytelling to build up to this. Because look at the end of the match, Sasha ran in there, attacked her and everything. Like, yeah, it was good storytelling.
Yeah.
And the real match was supposed to be Asuka and Sasha.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah. All right, now let's get into the Street Profits versus Andrade and Garza. I swear to God, they need a tag team name. If they're going to be lasting...
Actually, they do. It would save me less typing.
Exactly.
Unless it was Phantasmic, Laura, Vigoria, whatever. But, you know, that's why I'm never going to draft them.
The thing is, yeah, it's a mouthful to say that. It just doesn't roll off the tongue. They need a tag team name. Even if it is like Los Ídolos. You know, right? You know what? I just came up with that right there, and I like it. Los Ídolos. That means the idols in Spanish. That's cool. It plays off of Andrade's name. Los Ídolos.
I like that. Okay, it's catchy.
Yeah.
I was going to be all corny with Vegas Vatos. But you know what?
Where did you get that name?
It just came up. Zelina Vega, Vegas Vatos. There you go. I know how corny they can be, so there you go. But Los Eagle Wolves, I like so much better.
Other than the stripper pants that Angel Garza has, what about them screams Vegas to you?
No, Vega from Zelina Vega.
But
Vegas Vatos. She's their manager, right?
Eddie, This is why I like having you on the show. I'm not the only one to say dumb shit on the show.
Okay.
But no, I'm just kidding. That's actually pretty clever. That's so dumb. I could see that though. That would be kind of cool actually. Oh, okay, so you're not even playing off of Las Vegas. It's basically her last name.
No, I'm playing off of Zelina Vega and her two dudes.
My God, I'm so damn dumb. I think you're over here talking about Las Vegas.
No. Bro, Zelina Vega's their manager.
I had flashbacks of Andrade's Chippendale entrance when he first started in NXT. Back when he had the suspenders and the slacks and the top hat.
Sleepy Eddie, you forgot Zelina Vega's their manager.
No, I didn't forget. I'm just saying, I thought you were talking about Las Vegas.
No. Vegas Vatos. It's her boys. And they're corny, so I can see them going with something like that. But I like your name better. It sounds a lot cooler.
Los Ídolos. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah, Los Ídolos.
But they wouldn't do something that cool.
You'd be surprised. Sometimes they have a few curveballs in there. But, sometimes.
Since when?
Well...
they changed the War Raiders to the Viking Raiders, which is very cliche. And War Raiders was perfect. No need. Oh.
Well, they had the iconic duo. But now they're the Iconics, which I'm okay with. I like the Iconics. It's a good name.
I like that better, I'll be honest. What about the stupid Kabuki Warriors?
I don't know, honestly. I'd
rather just call them by their name. No.
I'm indifferent to it. I don't care, honestly. I don't like it. I don't hate it. I'm just kind of whatever.
Nah, I have my things with that, but...
Alright, no worries. Maybe we can talk about it on a future podcast. What's it called? And maybe that podcast could be today. But since I'm a heel, we're not going to. Ha! I'm withholding you, just like Vince probably withholds Bailey. But okay. Sorry, I'm gonna briefly run through the matches since Eddie didn't watch it, and I'm gonna.
Which one?
Of SummerSlam. I'm gonna give.
No, which match? Which match?
The rest of the card.
Oh yeah, after Andrade and the Street Profits and all that?
Yeah, I'm gonna give brief thoughts on the rest of the matches I've seen. Okay.
So, next was Mandy and Sonya.
Yeah, okay. So, Mandy and Sonya, Mandy wins. Good competitive match. Predictable ending. I thought, like, from the get-go, Mandy was gonna win. Now, given the fact
I predicted that too.
Yeah. Now, given the fact that, there was some controversy going on with Zelina Vega's... Oh, I'm so sorry. Sonya Deville's incident a couple of days ago.
Vegas Vatos is stuck in his head, Joe.
God damn it, Eddie. Okay.
This is Sleepy Eddie, I'm telling you guys.
Not happening.
It's worse than someone being high or drunk.
It was... stealing my own jokes. Okay, I have to get up now.
Oh, now he wants to get up.
Yeah, my stomach's feeling a lot better. Okay, so Sonya. God damn it, I was about to say it again. So Sonya Deville, in light of what happened this past weekend, all jokes aside, this is most likely to give Sonya Deville some time off. And look, she deserves it. You know why? Because there are some pretty fucking sick people out there who think it's appropriate to go in the middle of... to break into somebody's house, right? With a bunch of bullshit. Look, This
That's
is
some scary stuff. Yeah. I'm just glad Sonya came out okay. Like that's honestly some really scary stuff. Like,
and you know what's sad is
was intent on kidnapping her, and who knows what else would have happened after that. God bless that she is okay.
Yeah. Yeah, God bless.
That's wow.
It is like what's sad is this is a copycat situation going on. Shout out to Quincy Jones and his Quincy Jones show. They talked about this in their recent edition of the podcast. They talked about the incident, and there will be copycats who will follow suit in this. The thing that they might not have noticed is that I honestly picked up on when I heard this story is that this is already a copycat incident. Eminem had the same thing happen to him a couple of months back when some weirdo broke into his house just to ask him questions. Really, ask him questions. Look, people, this is a fucking sick thing to do. It's intrusive. It is out of line. It is completely unexcusable, unethical. Nothing about that is okay. Nothing. Doesn't matter how much of a fan you are. Doesn't matter how much you have sent this person messages, which apparently this person has been sending her messages since 2018 or 2017, however the fuck long it was. Even if it was stemming all the way from a month back. Not fucking acceptable. At all.
If it was meant to be for you to meet this person, you would meet this person. Like, don't intrude on their personal life, dude. Like that's some scary shit. Like, it freaks me out. It's some scary shit, and I can only imagine what even Eminem or Sonya Deville or any other celebrity has gone through. That's been through something like this. This shit's weird. Like, damn. I'm glad she got out okay. I watch Discovery ID religiously, so I see how shit like this turns out, and I'm just freaked out for her, and I'm glad she came out okay. Like, that shit's not cool, though. It's not cool. So, like, Sonya, I really do hope you come back one day, take all the time off you need, and do what you have to do to heal yourself. And I'm glad you made it out okay. I really am. Truly a blessing. Thank you, God. Thank you.
Yeah, upon that note, as a human being, from one human being, from another human being, not even as a fan, not even as a critic, not even as nothing, right? One human being to another, I hope that you're honestly okay. And I hope that whatever it is you might be going through, whatever stress, whatever trauma you might be feeling, take all the time you need to recover from it. We wish you the best.
The very best.
And you don't have to be a fan of somebody's character to wish them well, because the person nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that, and I hope, Sonya, that you're okay, and I hope that you come back eventually, and you kick some ass. You rise above this, you kick some ass. It
hits home, because, she's part of the LGBT community, and I am as well. And it's there's so many questions open to what this man was intending on doing. Was he a hater of the community? Was he just obsessed with her? Who knows? It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. The intent is what matters. And I'm glad the actions didn't go into play.
Yeah.
You may not have made it to SummerSlam. So, Sonya, healthy healing. love and wishes. You're in my prayers. Most definitely. And come back soon, because you're loved and you'll be missed. Yeah.
Okay, but
It's alright, bro. I know it's gross. It's disgusting.
I can't understand the logic behind that.
You and me both. Like, you and me both. Trust me. There's plenty of celebrities that I like that I would love to ask questions to. I'm not going to break into their homes to do it. I'm not going to try and kidnap them. Like, I just don't get it. It's fine. I'll enjoy them the way I enjoy them. If I meet them, I meet them.
And the crazy thing is, Eddie, like, we're both giving the benefit of the doubt here. We're both assuming that that's actually what he wanted, when in reality, it's probably something else. Who the fuck knows what he really wanted to do?
Well, from what I heard, he had tools to kidnap her. I mean,
tape. It's gonna
rope,
be pretty hard to speak when your mouth is taped.
And this is why I'm glad God was on her side and,
yeah,
you know, spared her from this. Like,
yeah.
Thank you. So I just hope she heals well mentally, you know, and this has got to be huge for her. Really huge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Sonya, I'm pretty sure you won't be watching this, but if you happen to, we both hope you're safe. We hope you're well, and we wish you the best, and we want to see you back when you're good and ready, plain and simple.
No matter what, we just...
Yeah, and just...
Like,
damn.
No fucking human being deserves this. Nobody.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's get into the match a little
Bring
bit.
it back to a lighter note. Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Let me try and go ahead and bring it back to a lighter note.
We apologize, viewers, but we're two real dudes, and we're just not for shit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Whether you're a good guy or a bad guy on TV, we're just not for shit like that.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what fucking character you play on TV, you don't deserve that. Because TV is TV.
And you're still a human being.
Yeah, at the end of the day. Okay. So... Okay, so this was a good back and forth match. I enjoyed it. Mandy Rose came out the winner here. You know, and then Sonya Deville leaves and she's crying, and it's... You know, it's... Quite frankly, it makes me wonder what the original plan was. You know?
To be honest with you, I think the original plan was going to be the same. I think Sonya was going to be shaved bald, you know?
No, but I mean going afterwards. After that. Like how,
After that, honestly, I can see both of them getting a significant push. We'd get a short-haired or bald Sonya. But I think we would have got to see more of her athleticism and more of a serious role, you know?
Yeah.
Man, fuck that asshole for depriving us of this. I think both were going to benefit from the end of this feud, no matter who won or lost, to be honest with you.
Fuck that asshole, period.
Yeah, I mean... Honestly, I think this would have worked out for the both of them. And it's one of those rare circumstances where a team breaks up and both do good. Because usually one always outshines the other, but I think both would have done good in this. Because, you know, Mandy has Otis, he's the Money in the Bank winner. Sonya would have gone off on her own, done her own thing, maybe even got drafted to a different brand, you know? So I think both would have benefited from this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was here all for this feud, to be honest with you.
Me too. I was actually, I was enjoying it.
But honestly, I saw both doing well coming out of this. I thought Mandy ultimately was going to win the match either way.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I could see Sonya going to a different brand with a new look, obviously, with shorter hair or bald and doing her thing. But, you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
Not all hope is lost.
Yeah. Well, alright. Well, let's just hope Sonya Deville goes through the proper therapy she needs. You know,
Yeah.
you know, all characters aside. Alright.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in a street fight. Wasn't much of a street fight. I would consider this more of a Extreme Rules match.
Okay.
Mainly because when I think of street fight, I think of kind of the equivalent to a Falls Count Anywhere match. Well, they're both kind of the same to me. But, you know, Falls, like, you can go everywhere. Go to the backstage, go to security, go to, you know.
Right.
You know what I mean? You wear street clothes. You know, that type of thing.
Usually street fights, they come out in jeans and boots or something, yeah.
Yep. Good example of this. CM Punk versus Jericho at Extreme Rules 2012. They had a Chicago street fight match. They both wore, like, jeans and kick pads. Like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So in this one, they both had wrestling gear?
Pretty much. But, I mean, semantics aside... Look, it was a damn good match. Probably the match of the night, I'll be perfectly honest with you. Like, just a good back and forth. Dominic hit this beautiful frog splash. I enjoyed it.
Eddie would be proud.
Yeah. And I think on commentary, someone said that the kid's a natural. That's true. The kid's a natural. You know? And I think, like, they ended the match off on the most heelish note, right? They handcuffed Rey Mysterio to the ring rope, and made him watch Seth Rollins give a curb stomp to Dominic, and then made him watch Seth pin Dominic. Listen, I'm all for heelish antics. That was good. I liked it. And then they made Dominic give him the key. Oh man, so that Dominic's like has to wake up and crawl over to Rey to give him the key to uncuff. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
I'm here for it. Okay. I have to go back and finish this. All right.
So yeah, all right. Let's get on to the.
So you said match of the night, in your opinion, on SummerSlam?
In my opinion, yeah, match of the night. All right. Sasha Banks versus Asuka. Good match. Significantly better than Banks versus Bayley, or sorry, Asuka versus Bayley. There was a good little ending, right, where they played off of the finish to the previous match, and not only that, but they played off of Kairi Sane's exit from Raw, where she was screaming Asuka, and I'm sorry, that was a terrible Kairi Sane impersonation. But then, but Sasha...
Much better than mine, trust me.
Yeah, Sasha's screaming for Bayley, Bayley! And so then she taps, and okay, that was cool. It's clear the dissension is going to see through. Alright, I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to lose the titles this Sunday, the tag team titles, that is. And then we're finally going to get Banks versus Bayley. So, I'm okay with that. Let me see. Good match, by the way. Good match. All right, Drew McIntyre.
Rating on my scale, out of 10, what would you give it?
So the thing is, I don't like to give ratings. I like to say good match, great match, move on. But if I had to, I would say an 8 out of a 10. 8 out of 10.
All right. I really have to go back and watch it.
Which is a B. So, yeah. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. I'll be honest, I have to re-watch this match because there was something. Maybe it was just me coming back home from work. Maybe it was just the fact that, I don't know. But I laid down watching this whole ass match, and I fell asleep. I legitimately fell asleep in the middle of this match, and it was a back and forth.
Well, that says a lot right there.
I legitimately fell asleep watching this match, and when I woke up, Drew McIntyre had won off of a backslide. I looked up some of the reviews of this match. People were saying there was no Claymores hit in this match. There was no RKOs hit in this match. So now my natural thought is just like, what the hell did they do in this match? And to be honest, like, I want to go back and rewatch this match, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to, because quite frankly, like, if it didn't entertain me, if it made me fall asleep the first time, and they didn't even hit their finishers, it's like, what the hell am I going to be watching?
Well, maybe you were just tired. I'm going to try and watch it when we're done with this podcast tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you know.
Yeah.
But, with you saying that, it does sound like one of those Randy Orton matches where he just gets by on his name.
Mm-hmm.
And the match isn't that stellar, but it's Randy Orton and so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
So automatically you're supposed to think it's good or it's supposed to be great, when in fact, like, no, it's kind of boring. So I can see what you're saying. I haven't seen the match at all, but to me, you fell asleep for a reason.
Yeah.
If it was engaging, I don't think you would have fallen asleep, so...
No, I mean, I've been more tired before, right? I've come off of days from work, and then I have legitimately seen matches where I've like, oh my god, amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley, two men who I never thought would put on a spectacular match, right? And not because, like, I dislike either of them, but because, like, sometimes they don't have the best matches.
It depends on who they're working with.
Right?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Right? And they worked together and they had a great match. You know what I mean? Through and through. I saw a lot of things that I was very happy that I saw in that match.
Okay.
You know? So, I mean, look, man, I fell asleep through this match. Already a bad time.
That says it right there, but I'll check it out myself and I'll let you know.
This match, however, I enjoyed it. Braun Strowman versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt. I enjoyed it. Good back and forth. And listen, I'm
assuming this was the main event, right?
Main event. And I'm not even a Braun Strowman fan, but I'll give credit. It was a good match. It takes two to tango to have a good match. And so, you know, like, if you guys have a great match, then... I mean, I can't just give credit to one and not give credit to the other. They both did damn good. You know, there was one point where The Fiend hit Braun Strowman with a Uranagi slam. Oh my god, that looked impressive. The second time around...
Really?
Yeah, like, he got him up. He got some height on him a little bit. I was surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
Braun's a big dude. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
But near the end, they tried it again, and it didn't look as impressive. Sadly, but whatever. I'll take the first one! Whatever! It doesn't matter. The first one was still just as impressive. What's it called? It was a good back and forth. They went back into gorilla position, where you see, you know, Vince McMahon on the headphones, or on the headset during, you know, the backstage and all that. So... you saw that scenery, which is very rare. You don't ever see that on a...
No kidding. Talk about that some more. I'm interested. I'm going to watch it anyways, but...
Yeah. So, okay. So, they go back to gorilla position. Like, you know where the wrestlers come out through the entrance, right? Have you ever seen the documentaries where...
Oh, yeah.
You might see them, like, talk, like...
It's that little... It's that area they step into before they step out through the curtain, right?
Yeah, or the area that they step back in when they're done with their matches.
Pretty much where Brock Lesnar threw the belt at Vince that one time?
Yes.
Yes, that area. Yes.
That area. Yep.
Okay.
And then, Yep. And so, like... Hold on, man. Hold on, Eddie. I'm sorry. I'm texting my girlfriend, so that's why I called you baby. I'm sorry. Good thing this thing isn't live. I'm gonna edit this.
What's gonna happen when we're on Twitch?
Fuck. This is why we need a month of preparation, folks.
The good thing is for Twitch, you can edit for YouTube. But if you watch us on Twitch, which you should, it's going to be live and raw.
But yeah, okay. So, alright, back to what we were saying here. So, they go back into the backstage area, and they're both just giving each other living shit, right? They're both ramming each other into the walls, they're both, like, just attacking each other. It's brutal as all hell. They go back into the ring, right? Because eventually they just make it back to the ring. And so, Braun Strowman has the momentum at this point. And he grabs, like, a set of scissors. Not scissors, box cutters. Right? And I'm
like
just
the
thinking,
blades?
Yeah,
like,
blades.
Oh.
Right? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, is he going to cut the mask open? What's he going to do here? Right? That's what I was thinking. Or maybe they're going to, like, try to sell it like he's going to try to cut Bray open. Because, of course, they're not going to actually do that in real life. But
right.
I want to know what they're going to do with this. And so, kind of a letdown, but at the same time, kind of a sigh of relief. He actually ends up cutting the ring open and exposing the mat and exposing the wood. So, like, it's not a letdown. It's not a complete letdown. Because, listen, I like when they do that sometimes. I enjoyed it when Gargano did it to Ciampa in their very first NXT TakeOver match in NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
Oh, that match was brutal.
That was,
oh my god.
Very brutal. That's destruction if you ever see it, you know?
That match was brutal.
Yes. Yes. Man.
Oh. I kind of want to watch that match again right now. That match was so good, but it was brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he cut the ring open.
Yeah.
And so he exposed the ring.
Mm-hmm. So you're just seeing the wood at this point, right?
Okay.
And I like when this is done because it's not done often, right? And nor should it be done because, like, this could be used sparingly, quite frankly. You know, I've seen AEW do it, I think once with Jon Moxley, and that's okay. You don't need to be doing it often. So, okay. So, Braun Strowman, like, this at this point, Bray Wyatt gets up and, like, as if nothing happens, because in typical Fiend fashion, he gets up and sells it like nothing happened. And Braun looks at him and he's like, "Why won't you fucking die?" And so he goes after Bray at this point, and Bray just basically counters him, and he hits him with the Uranagi onto the wood. This was the less impressive looking one, but I think it was just because both men were tired, and quite frankly, he's going to be landing on wood, so they might need to lighten it a little bit.
Right.
But, so yeah, at this point he hits him with the Uranagi. From my knowledge, he hits him with 2 Sister Abigails. I can't remember. Yeah, he hits him with 2 Sister Abigails because the first time he landed on the canvas, and the second time he lands on the wood.
On the wood. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then 1, 2, 3, clean as a sheet. Sort of. Fiend beats Braun, and then wouldn't you know it, right after. And not even like a minute after, you just see a very big spear from Roman Reigns. He comes back, he's returning, he's beating down and putting down the Fiend. He's talking some shit to Braun Strowman. He hits him with a devastating spear, tells him, "I made you, you're not a monster." And he tells the Fiend, "You're just a freak, you don't have the responsibility to own this title." And there you go. That's how you close the show.
So that was the return that you had texted me about that day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
okay.
You know, he comes back, right? And people are raving because of the delivery of how this all went down. And people are thinking that he's a heel. I don't think so. I don't think he's a heel.
I was going to ask you that question because you've seen it. So, okay, I have 2 questions for you. 1, do you think Roman's a heel? And two, do you think this feud between Braun and Bray is over? And I only ask that because of the inclusion of Alexa Bliss and what we saw a week or two ago with her segment with Braun. I want to say that was just last week, right? Yeah. So.
Okay, well, given the fact that they made no mention of Alexa Bliss in this match, I honestly think that this might be it. You know, I think the Payback match will be it, and then after that, it's going to be strictly Roman and Bray from here. Because, yeah, it just seems like since Braun Strowman is out the title picture, or going to be out the title picture after Payback, well, then it's going to be strictly Bray and Roman, because that's the feud that this was all supposed to happen.
Because I'm predicting a triple threat for Payback between Braun, Roman, and The Fiend.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. So after that, you think it's going to be over between Braun and The Fiend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. Now, Roman being a heel, no, because he's going to be feuding with The Fiend, so I don't... And The Fiend is heel, so I don't see him turning face.
He's a heel, but he's loved. That's the thing. People love The Fiend.
Okay, he's a heel, but he's loved, but it still doesn't make sense. He's a heel. You know, you just don't do a heel versus heel feud. It confuses audiences. People don't know who to root for because... I
mean, it can work. My only example is Shawn Michaels and Rick the Model Martel, SummerSlam 1993. One of the funnest matches you will ever watch. But it's rare that a heel versus heel would work. So I see what you're saying. Like, yeah.
And, okay, listen. Rick the Model Martel versus Shawn Michaels... I don't know too much about it, but I will say this. That took place in a different era. Whereas right now, we're in an era where this company doesn't even know what to fucking do with most of their talent. Let alone how to position them. So, a heel versus heel, I'm sorry, you have to trust somebody fresh for that. And if we're going to get the same... input from the same man on top, the same old man on top, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. With that said, I'm sorry. With that said, I will say that Roman Reigns turning heel, it is possible, but I don't think it's very likely. I just don't think it's very likely because he is their top guy. And for as much as reports were trying to make mention, WWE is going to not make mention of Roman Reigns, this, and that. He was going to come back eventually. He was going to go back and be in the main event spot. It wasn't even a question of if, just when.
Just when, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So, if he does end up becoming a heel out of this, cool, but how likely? You know?
Yeah. It's just funny how everyone hated him before, and now that he's back and kind of heelish, everyone loves him. So, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I noticed that this Roman talks a lot more shit. He's a lot more like, okay. Which, it's not like he wasn't doing that before, you know? But he just doesn't seem so, he doesn't seem so pruned. He doesn't seem so, like, taken out. He seems more full of life. He seems more, talk back, take no shit type deal. Which I'm okay with it. I'm still indifferent to him. But
Same here.
Yeah.
I mean,
at least there's more of a likability to him this time around.
Okay.
Okay, so with all that said, let's get into Monday Night. Alright? And then...
This is still all you. I have not seen Raw.
No worries. Because I'm only gonna...
Maybe some clips, but...
I'm only going to talk about one thing, and that is my man Keith Lee.
Oh, please do, because I haven't seen this yet. So.
They did him dirty. They did him dirty.
So what exactly happened? I've read some things, but that's just about it. So I want to hear from you, someone who's actually seen it, and what's going on.
Drew McIntyre comes out, first thing on Raw, cuts a promo. Nothing bad going on. Okay, nothing super crazy. Just a nice little promo on Monday Night Raw. Show some character. He's cool. He's whatever. He's funny. All right. But then, right, he comes back to gorilla position. Randy Orton attacks him, throws him up against the wall, and I think he actually punts him again. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. I think he actually punted him. That's not even important. Next segment, Randy Orton comes out and starts talking about how you decided to throw me another rematch because you pity me. Do you know who the hell I am? Who do you think you are? And this, and that. And he's cutting a good promo. So then, this is where things seemingly get good. We hear bask in his glory. And I don't know if you've heard his theme song. It's a pretty badass theme song.
I have.
Right? And it started off really, really badass. And then we hear this generic rock that you might hear from like WWE 2K. It's like they completely butchered his entrance music and they changed it up. And
really? Because I've read a lot of complaints about his entrance music. So, okay, this is interesting. Okay.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, what? It's almost like the rest of Raw didn't even matter. Like, that's how it felt. Okay, so, you know, Mr. Keith Lee, like, he got screwed by his own entrance music, right? They changed his entrance music. But if that wasn't enough, they have him come out, right? And he's wearing a skirt of all things.
A skirt.
He's wearing this skirt that goes above his knees, and quite frankly, if he bent over, you might see some breadbasket.
I'm sorry. I keep talking. I'm looking this up right now. A skirt. I ain't seen this yet. Hold on. Keep going.
He confronts Randy Orton while wearing a skirt. The only person who can do that is Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper.
Yes. And that's not a skirt. That's a kilt. So that's why it works.
No. There's 3 people that can do that.
Okay, who else?
Piper and the Headbangers.
Fair enough.
That's it.
But
you do know who the Headbangers are, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
But man, you put Keith Lee in a damn skirt.
I have to see this. I'm sorry.
And
keep talking.
It's like, what the fuck? Okay, so you take the man's entrance music away from him. You give him a goddamn skirt, right? And if that's not enough, you have him come out, have a match with Randy Orton. Okay, a competitive match. You're seeing it, huh? I've never seen a man get so excited over a skirt.
Why is it so short? This is the big dude. Hold on.
Would you believe he wrestled in that?
You can't see it. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Listen, God damn it, Eddie.
I'm sorry.
You put the man in a damn skirt. Now, if that's not enough, all right, they
There's
had
more.
this one won't be as funny, but okay.
Shit.
Okay, so they're having a back and forth match. Keith Lee gets put over strongly here, right? But then Drew McIntyre comes back, costs Keith Lee the match. Keith Lee basically disappears. And then for Drew McIntyre to basically give him a Claymore or something like that. And then, rinse, wash, repeat, Drew McIntyre's backstage. He cuts this promo on Randy, or tries to, but then Randy hits him with an RKO from behind or something. I don't know. I wasn't even paying attention by this point. I was still so frustrated with the Keith Lee stuff. And then he hits it, but he hit him with another punt, and they're selling it like he's dead or something. And I think they sent him over to the hospital or something. They stretchered him off or something because like Keith Lee is, you know, they're doing their best impression to act like this was some sort of like incident. And Keith Lee is, you know, I hope my friend is okay, and you know, I know he'll be okay, but it's like, dude, all that happened was they kicked the man's damn skull, right? I know that the punt is a deadly finisher. I know how.
I don't know. Last week, Shawn Michaels got RKO'd and punted, and he was just fine. So.
Okay, see, I was just about to tie into that, but see now if Shawn Michaels can recover from that quicker, like I just don't see why Drew McIntyre can't. Look, all I'm saying is maybe they put a little too much equity behind the punt this time around than they did last time or other times. Like I think the time they did it with Christian, I thought that was really appropriate. I thought that was really cool. They made him look dead, and that was pretty freaking cool. Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, this is Christian we're talking about, so.
I'm sorry.
Too many.
Yeah. But okay. Look.
But this is Christian we're talking about, so of course it's gonna look cool.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But yeah. This time around, I think it was a little too much. Maybe just tone it down a bit. I don't know. Okay, so
I can't get that image of Keith Lee's skirt out of my head right now.
The man took to Twitter and said, "Listen, I'll get it all handled," which I think is pretty interesting considering he's just a superstar, and I don't know how much pull he has backstage to take charge of that. But if he can get his music back somehow, and he can get his ring attire back somehow, that'd be great. That'd be absolutely great. So.
Wait, did he wrestle in that skirt?
Are you gonna laugh again?
Did he wrestle in that skirt?
Do you want to laugh again?
He wrestled in that shit. They dug his grave already. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh god.
There's time to salvage him. I'll just say that. There's time to salvage him.
Okay. Carry on. Oh shit. Oh. I'm so sorry, Keith. Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay.
This is my co-host, everyone.
It's like a 300-pound cheerleader in the wrestling ring. Okay. All right. We good. We got it. All right.
So that's pretty much going to be everything I have to say on Monday Night Raw. I don't care about the Raw Underground stuff. I don't care about anything else. I will say this. I enjoyed... Listen, I wasn't happy about the Thunderdome stuff at first when I heard about it because I thought there was going to be a literal fucking guy on the corner of the screen. But you know what? For how they presented it, I'm actually okay with it. I actually do like the Thunderdome stuff. Even if they have piped-in crowd noises, I can look past that and say, look, it is a much better atmosphere for the superstars to perform. And quite frankly, it's much more presentable for everybody.
I mean, yeah, hearing the crowd noises is cool. Do I want to participate? No. I'm sorry. I'm too old school. I feel like if my camera's on and I'm watching you, you're watching me. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Thunderdome, good luck. I won't be a part of that shit, but I will still keep watching.
Yeah. Although, like, I mean, you're running a very clear risk with the whole Fire Velveteen Dream signs, the Chris Benoit things.
Dude, the things I've seen online, the KKK suits,
Okay,
the Chris Benoit thing, I saw that.
That's
like,
tasteless.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, the Fire Velveteen Dream, I found that kind of funny, but, I mean, I understand it, too.
Well, expect more things like that and worse.
Yeah.
And I mean, if this is the way you have to go, I get it. But at least watching it now, being able to hear reactions and things like that,
Yeah.
even if it is made up, it's fine. I mean, I think it's kind of BS because it's WWE trying to make us cheer for who you want to cheer for, even though most of us wrestling realists aren't going to do that anyways. But whatever. It makes it watching it more enjoyable than the way we have been before you started incorporating wrestlers into the audience. Because WrestleMania, like, I couldn't even watch it. I've never finished it. Like, I'm sorry, WrestleMania with no audience, no sound whatsoever, it's not WrestleMania. I couldn't do it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I accept it. I'm not going to participate in Thunderdome. Sorry. I don't care about being on TV on some screen or whatever. I'm just going to watch it. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I don't feel like
cool.
doing all that either. I just want to comfortably watch the show.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's for you guys and you guys want to participate, cool.
Oh, more power to you. Go for it.
Do your thing. But for us, I would prefer to just stay here.
I'm just going to keep watching and enjoy it. You won't see me on one of those screens.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do it. Sorry. But it's cool. Until we can get a live audience, and I hope you get one soon so I can try and get some tickets to WrestleMania next year.
Yeah.
Since it's supposed to be in Inglewood, California.
I thought it was Los Angeles.
Technically Inglewood, which is in LA County, so same difference.
Okay. Either way, I do want to see it, so that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, listen, it's more presentable. It looked more like an appropriate arena for a pay-per-view, especially. And for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, by the way, also looked really cool. So I'm okay with it. I like it.
It works, and I also like how NXT doesn't do Thunderdome.
Yeah. I like that Takeover stayed at full.
Yeah, it gives it its own feel. So good job NXT. I like that. But you know,
creates
Thunderdome's
a little
cool.
bit of individualism. I like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's safer though. That's my only concern.
It should be.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully it's
like I
not
said,
more
I want to go to WrestleMania next year, so please.
Yeah.
And not do Thunderdome. I want to actually be there. So be safe, people.
Yeah. Okay, so alright, let's get into NXT this week. Now, this is all you. I've talked a lot, I've been a windbag. Go ahead, Eddie.
All right, well, NXT this week, the beginning match was Breezango versus Imperium for the NXT Tag Team Championships, which Breezango won. And it was a really good match. I give this match like a 10 out of 10, to be honest with you. On Stop It, Cut It Out. On this Eddie scale, 10 out of 10. Very good match. Very good match. Could have gone either way. Breezango won. I feel like they deserve to, even though I lost points on this one. But still, yeah, very good match. Next match was a squash match. Tommaso Ciampa returned. Fought some dude named Jake Atlas. I don't know if you heard of him. I never have, but he destroyed him pretty much.
That name's familiar.
Does it?
Yeah.
I've never heard of him, but yeah, he destroyed him, and even destroyed him after the match. So, in typical Tommaso Ciampa fashion.
Oh, he went to Santino Brothers, actually. Jake Atlas.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna keep this quick because we got Sleepy Eddie back. Next,
I'm not even.
we have Mia Yim versus Shotzi Blackheart. This was actually a really good match. On this Eddie scale, I give it a 7 out of 10. I have my eyes on both of them with the fantasy draft wise. This match could have gone either way. Shotzi Blackheart's very entertaining with that little tank she drives out on, because she drove out and ran over what's his face, Robert Stone of the Stone brand. So that was real fun to watch, and see his girls carry him off because he got ran over. But Shotzi Blackheart ended up winning that, which I didn't see coming. I thought Mia would with her whole thing with Keith Lee. Next was the Cruiserweight Championship match between Isaiah Swerve Scott and Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar ended up winning. This was a really good match, but of course, LaGloria Del Taco came out, helped him out. That's how he won, of course. So that momentum's still going. Match after that was Drake Maverick versus Kyle O'Reilly, which shocked me because I thought Drake Maverick was fired. And I know he stayed behind for whatever Cruiserweight tournament, but I'm surprised he's still here. He lost, so Undisputed Era had a good showing in this one. And they beat the shit out of him afterwards, along with Killian Dane. And then the main event was Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley against Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, which Dakota and Raquel won. Again, this was a really good match too, which is why I claimed Rhea Ripley, which we'll talk about after this, for a trade. Yeah. So there goes NXT in a nutshell.
All right, so fair enough. Before we get to the trade stuff, annual match recommendation of the week. So, who won this week? What were the points like? What were the total points?
The winner of this week goes to Eddie Lynch
2 weeks in a row.
with 60 points to my 22 points. And as a reminder, week number 1 was Eddie Lynch 10, Eddie Nigma 1. So I'm not off to the greatest start, but I'm still confident and still hanging in there. And with that being said, since my girl Sonia is going through what she's going through, and I get a free trade because of it, Sonia Rhea Ripley will be taking your place for the time being.
Fair enough. And while we wish Sonia the best, legitimately, we're not even talking in character here. We're just being
for real.
honest, you know. Again, very disgusting thing that happened to her. We wish her the best. Okay. I don't think there's any shame in trading her out.
Yeah, Sonia, trust me, girl, I'm going to get you back. Right now, though, I'm not sure how long you're going to be out, but take as much time as you need. And yeah, just please heal.
Yeah.
And you'll be back on Team SmackDown over on the podcast Legend Killer side. Don't worry.
We're on Team SmackDown. So.
I'm sorry, Team Raw. That's right. Stole my brand too.
To be fair, it was always mine. But okay. I'm sorry. I've been claiming that bitch since 1998. Listen.
Well, technically, it didn't debut till '99, but okay.
Exactly. I've had my claws on it before it debuted.
Get your history right, Ed.
Fair enough. Listen, well, 1998 was the year I was born, so.
God damn, I was in the 10th grade in 1998. Ah, God.
You just dated yourself.
So did you. See him? You see him? He's ready for bed.
I'm not old, though. But okay.
If I could use my toes to flip you off, I would.
Oh, man.
Can I? No, I'm not that talented. I'm sorry.
Okay. So, what's it called? Where was I? Okay.
Well, do you have any trades this week?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to trade out. Look, I've given up on the idea that Christian's going to return. So I'm going to use my second free trade. I'm going to trade out Christian for Sami Zayn, given the fact that Roman Reigns has returned. And I think that if Roman Reigns can return, so can Sami. So Sami Zayn, welcome to Team SmackDown.
All right.
What's it called?
That's your first, right?
That's my second.
That's your second, okay.
Yeah, because I traded out Dakota. I traded out. I forgot who for Humberto Carrillo for Dakota.
For Dakota, yeah. All right.
Yeah. Now.
I still have one left. I'm gonna save that for now.
Yeah, I have one left too. So I don't want to blow my load anymore.
Yeah, well, I blew mine, and that cost me the IC title.
Jinx, you owe me a soda. But yeah. Alright. So I won week 2. It's okay, you'll catch up.
You won week 1 and week 2, but it's still young, baby. It's still young.
Yeah. You'll catch up eventually. I mean, I'm only the better GM, though. Because, I mean, you might catch up once or twice, but we all know at the end I'm going to win. You can't beat me. But,
okay.
It's a call. No.
Talk your trash.
No, yeah, so honestly, though, like, I'm okay with my trade. I like the idea of Sami returning. I hope he returns. So, yeah. Alright. With that being said, let's go ahead and get on to match recommendation of the week. Eddie, what you got?
I'm going to say, you know what? In regards to one of my new trades, Rhea Ripley, I would like to recommend Rhea Ripley versus Toni Storm for the NXT UK Women's Championship. This would be the finals. Yes, the finals for the NXT UK Women's Championship. It was actually a really good match. And my first time really being introduced to both Toni Storm and Rhea Ripley outside of the Mae Young Classic when it comes to Toni Storm. but it was a hell of a match, and yeah, I want to actually see Tony Storm on NXT, so hopefully that happens soon.
Wait, Eddie, didn't you use your last trade out? Because you traded
No.
out Drake and Gibson for Imperium.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
then
one.
you traded out you traded out Drake and
And
Gibson.
then no, I traded with you, Jeff Hardy for Ricochet.
Yeah, but that was so that you didn't get rid of your last trade, because you also traded out. Let me see.
And what was the other one?
Let me see.
Hold on.
I'm gonna look at the original list really quickly because.
Oh, and no, I traded out Chelsea Green for Io Shirai.
Yeah.
That was number 2.
Yeah, and so then your last one was Sonya. Oh no, Sonya Deville's a free one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because she became a free agent.
Sorry
I still
about
have one
that.
left.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
I have my notes, people.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Okay. Try again, sleepyhead.
I'm sorry. Okay, so Drake and Gibbs. Okay, so yeah, so I have 2. All right, cool. Good thing for you, you're taking notes. I'm going off the top of my head.
No, I'm documenting everything. As sloppy as it may be, I'm documenting everything.
For sure. All right, so overall, that's gonna conclude the show. Do we have any buy or sells of the week?
I don't, unless you have one.
No.
Actually,
you have something?
I don't. Sorry, I was trying to think of one on the fly, but.
All right, fair enough. Alrighty, guys, thank you very much for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. This is episode 3 of the now known as Brand Warfare between Eddie Nigma and I. So, alright. Thank you, guys.
Everyone say goodnight, Ed.
Good night, Ed. That's what we're going to be saying once we bury Eddie.
I'm pretty much buried already. That's the point.